Why the hell it get you started? Got me started. Why did they get me pissed off? Now I'm about to go NFL and kick this off. You really thought that I was this soft? To let anyone in my domain, they need to be taught a serious lesson. Unless you strong as Zeus, there just ain't no use to go up against a madman. You can't win, G. I put you on ice like Richard Kuklinski. So stay away from shadows. When it gets dark, you make one bad move, they won't find your corpse. And the feds won't know where I drop you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Big Major. Welcome to another edition, special quick edition, NFL edition of a Major Level Entertainment. I am your host and owner of the channel, Major Level, and your boy Big Major of Major Level Entertainment. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button. If you are new to this channel, you coming in and you enjoy this type of content. I talk about more than just sports. I talk about everything else. But right now, sports season is underway. Everything is kicking off. Basketball season is getting ready to start. Football season has already begun, and baseball season is already underway. And so far, so good. My teams are doing okay. The New York Giants, as y'all all know, I am a diehard Giants fan, just as diehard as I am a Laker fan. I've been a diehard Giants fan for 40 years, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm very, very proud to come to you guys today with good news. In week 4, right now, as it stands on this Sunday, September 28, 2025, at 1:30 p.m. Compton time, Pacific Standard Time, the Giants get their first win over the Los Angeles DisCHARGERS. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, the DisCHARGERS. A 3-0 team coming in undefeated, having beat the Denver Broncos last week. And we come in 0-3. We beat the undefeated DisCHARGERS today, ladies and gentlemen, and I am all here for the smoke. So once again, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and share this content if you can, if you will. Before I go on any further right now, let me go ahead and acknowledge the one person that's looking at the show right now. And I think that one person is looking at the show is none other than my damn cousin. You know what I'm talking about? Chris, a.k.a. Go James, a.k.a. Let me cook this nigga right quick. But I like to go by Mr. Fuck Around and Find Out, the barbecue brisket baron. You know what I'm talking about? Of Louisiana. Hey, if you come around here fucking around, you will find out quickly why you shouldn't do that. Shout out to Cuzzo. He said, a big Cuzzo. He laughed at me. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what I did to deserve that, but I understand. So shout out to Cuzzo for always showing up in support. I don't give a fuck what nobody say or do. This dude is going to always show up. I don't give a fuck if I'm talking about fucking what's your favorite candy bar? That nigga go show up to the channel, and that's why I fucks with him. And if anybody fucks with him, you're fucking with me. You understand what I'm talking about? Shout out to Cuzzo. Appreciate the 3 viewers that's watching right now. So let's go ahead and get off into it. So, like I said, we come into week 4, 0-3. The New York Giants. The Chargers coming to week 4, 3-0. The Los Angeles Chargers, my wife's team. And we beat them. It was a thrilling game all the way down to the end. There was a couple big plays on the Chargers side. There was a couple big plays on the Giants side. But we made it happen. I'm going to talk about the box score of the game. I'm talking about the game stats. I'm gonna talk about the things that I liked and the things that we need to improve on going forward for the next couple weeks, y'all. Cuzzo says, hey, y'all started the Rook game, huh? Yeah, we did. We started him this game, man, and he beat a veteran Justin Herbert, man. Justin Herbert threw 2 interceptions, but we're about to get off to the box scores of it all. Y'all stick with me. Thank you for the 3 people that's watching right now. Tell a friend, a family member right now. You ain't got to do nothing but just come up here and listen to your boy, your uncle, your cousin, your best friend, your neighbor across the street. That's all you got to do. A Major Level Entertainment, y'all. Listen in. All right. So this was an amazing game. And the reason why I call it an amazing game, even though it's a low scoring game, you got to understand in football, blowouts are not good. You know what I'm saying? Blowouts are not good. That means one team is just completely dominating another team. And it can't be like that. Like it shouldn't be like that. It needs to be. I like a balanced game. I like a gunslinging game, a game that goes back and forth. You know, if a person lose by 1 point, or if they lose on a field goal, a desperation field goal, or something like that, I like that. I like that hang on the edge of your seat, a thriller. You know what I'm talking about? I like that. And this game was a thriller, especially for those people that are Giants fans, because we didn't want to fall down 0-4. Russell Wilson gave us the best that he could give us for now. Not saying that he won't come back in and start for us a little later. Jameis Winston, I thought that he would get the nod when Jackson Dart they was kind of checking his hamstring earlier in the game. I thought that Jameis Winston was going to come in, but he's sitting around. He's ready. We got three capable veteran, well, two capable veteran quarterbacks. And then this Jackson Dart guy, I like the fact that he's not afraid. He's tough. He's going to get in there. He's going to launch that deep ball at you. He's going to run the ball. If you see open space, he's going to do everything that's needed to be done in order for us to procure that win. And that's what the fuck we did today. So let's talk about time of possession. Time of possession, the Chargers. Now get this, because time of possession is important in a 60-minute game, or 60-minute game. Time of possession is very important. So in a 60-minute game, the Chargers only had the ball for a total of 24 minutes and 53 seconds, whereas we had the ball for a total of 35 minutes and 47 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. That we by a large margin, we actually should have beat them by more points, but with the exception of Hamilton doing some big breakoff plays for them, that kept them in the game. But we should have beat these guys by more points. We had a couple plays that was blown up, no interceptions. That's good. No fumbles or whatever the case may be. Well, we had one fumble, but we was able to get it back at our goal line. And Jamie Gillen, our Scottish Hammer, our punt kicker, man, that dude nailed. He absolutely nailed all his punts. This dude is definitely a Hall of Fame type punter. You know, I'm talking about Jamie Gillen. You know what I'm saying? We kind of won the game with the help of his speed as well, or whatever the case may be. And he was able to pin those guys back a couple times. So I'm very, very proud of the game that we played. Cuzzo said, "What happened to old boy?" I think he's a lineman or a linebacker. That was carted off. I'm not sure what was he dealing with. I think it was some type of I know we had not Wandale Robinson, Neighbors. Malik Neighbors was carted off. I think he had an apparent knee injury. We're gonna be looking for more reports on that as soon as they become available, whatever the case may be. And then I think we might have lost a defensive back, but that means everybody else is going to have to step up. You know what I mean? So let me go off and get into it. Like I said, once again, the Chargers had 24 minutes and 53 seconds time of possession to our 35 minutes, 47 seconds of time of possession. We had the football 11 minutes longer than them, a whopping 11. That's like a full NBA quarter more than they had the ball, and we should have beat them by more than 3 points. But I'll take a win. A win is a win to me. Y'all know I don't give a fuck about that. We beat a 3-0 team that's got damn good offense and pretty decent defense at home, and we did it by 3 points. And we came and we showed them that we could stand up to them. And if we could stand up to the Chargers, who are pretty decent this year, we could stand up to anybody. You know what I'm talking about? So first down, the Chargers got 17 first downs to our 20 first downs. This is for you, for those of y'all that's coming in. I'm reading the game stats. They had 338 total yards, 250 to our 250 total yards. They had 186 passing yards to our 89 passing yards. We only had that less passing yard because really our defense is the thing that kept us in the game, or whatever, with the 2 interceptions that we had. Justin Herbert threw 2 interceptions in one game, y'all. That's very, very rare, but I'll take it. You know what I'm talking about? They had 14 whopping penalties to our 8 penalties. They had 152 rushing yards. We had 161 rushing yards. All our running backs did what they were supposed to do. They put in a concerted effort to give us, to help give us that edge on that front. Total return yards, we had 121 return yards to their 98. Total plays, we had 69 plays to their 56 plays. Total yards per play, they averaged 6 yards per play. We averaged 3.6 yards per play. We had 0 turnovers to their 2 turnovers. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I'm talking about. Limit those turnovers, and we can make some things happen special out there on that field. A shout out to Micah Alexander, coming in. Appreciate you for coming in, bro, and showing love to the channel. He said, man, we lost neighbors. Enlighten me, Major. I don't understand a lot about turf. Is our turf really that bad? Well, I've always said for the Giants Stadium, I've always said we need to get rid of that. I'm not sure if we I'm not sure if we. I haven't been to the stadium in a minute, but we need to get rid of that damn AstroTurf. You know what I'm saying? They said they got us that 2.0 turf or whatever that makes it's a lot better than the turf we had before. But me having played football myself, I just don't like AstroTurf, man. You know what I'm saying? I rather play in dirt than to play on AstroTurf, man, because it's just something it does when you don't have the slippability that you would like to have. The grip is too strong. So when you plant your foot, if it goes wrong, even if it goes awkward, even a little bit, even just a tiny hair, it's gonna be like it's like when you plant your foot down to something and then try to move it either way, it's stuck. The turf, it kind of sticks to your cleats. You kind of there's no give. You know what I mean? It's just like boom, it's like you're locked in there, and it kind of renders you stuck. You know what I mean? So you got to constantly, even if you're running, you got to constantly you got to gallop. You know what I'm saying? You got to run. You got to pick your feet up. But it's very, very dangerous to be playing on AstroTurf. And I don't like it personally. I would elect that we go for regular grass. Keep the grass line cut. You know what I'm saying? And keep it. I'm talking about keep it cut almost to the point where it looked like concrete. But the Giants don't want to do that for some reason or whatever the case may be. So that's what we just got to deal with. But I hope I wish for him a speedy recovery, and I hope he can get back out there on the field for week 5. If not, I just hope that the injury is not so strong that if we do have to go hold him off until we get, a good, distance of time we have to play, like when we get to our this stretch of games where we're not playing for like 10 games or whatever the case may be, then we'll take that. We'll take that. Or if he can, even if he's out and we have the bye week to get him prepared again, I'll take that too. But we don't want him out too long. But Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton, and the other guys are going to have to step up. Jalen Hyatt, they're all going to have to step up. I'm talking about. So that's where we at with it. I didn't know you was a Giants fan, bro. You from Micah? You from New York or New Jersey? Because I don't meet a lot of Giants fans that are not from out there. I'm talking about. They're not from the New York, the New Jersey area. I know why I'm a Giants fan. But I don't meet a lot of people that are Giants fans that are from. I'm not saying that they're not out there, but I haven't met a lot of people that are Giants fans that are not from the tri-state area. You know what I'm talking about? So where are you from? I thought you were from L.A. or something. So he says also, what do y'all think about Dable? The offense ain't never looked legit. Well, yeah, Dable is cool. I like his passion, but Kafka needs to be really re-examined, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some offensive plays that he's put offensive schemes that was just been put forth, and defensive schemes that's been put forth from our defensive and offensive coaches that were questionable. You know what I mean? But I like Dable. I like his passion. He came from the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? He came from, pretty good like stock of coaches. You know what I'm saying? So it's not him. He has the passion. I mean, he goes to bat for his players. Excuse me. He's out there with the referees. He's talking mess. Hey, come on! How did you miss that? So he's got that passion. So I don't have a problem with Brian Daboll. You know what I'm talking about? Michael says, I believe OBJ tore his knee up the same. Back when he was with us. If I'm correct. Yeah, man. That was a painful time, man. We had to wait for Odell Beckham to come back, but when he did come in, man, he was special. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that they do something with that in the near future, if they haven't already tried to. And then sometimes it's just a matter of freak injuries, man. Sometimes things just happen. I mean, any contact sport, something gonna happen. You step your foot down the wrong way playing golf, you're gonna get injured. It's just the nature of sports, you know what I mean? So I don't get too upset about it. It's just disappointing when it happens. I'm not going to say it's sad or upsetting, but it's just very disappointing when that happens. You know what I mean? Like, because you want your players to be out there and performing up to the best of their abilities. You know what I'm talking about? He says they're saying it's an ACL. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's confirmed. I guess we're going to know. We're going to know in a couple of days what it really is. He said, "I'm from Cali." Oh, he's from Cali. Okay. Yeah, that's rare that somebody from out here would like them and not the Chargers or the Rams or hell, even the Raiders, if depending on how long you've been watching football. Or some people even say the 49ers or, a team that's closer this way. You know what I'm saying? I know why I'm a Giants. I've been a Giants fan since the 80s. You know what I'm talking about? I'm actually they play where I'm from. I was born in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and they play in East Rutherford, New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, like, not necessarily East Rutherford, but the Hackensack area. And you can that's why sometimes like I could lay claim to Brooklyn, because Brooklyn to Hackensack, the part of Jersey I was born in, it's literally like right like a stone's throw. You could take a rock and throw it across the water and you're right there. And been born at a hospital in Hackensack on the way. Well, not really necessarily even at the hospital. On the way coming from New York into New Jersey or whatever, on the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much mom went into labor in an ambulance. You know what I'm saying? Because Pops couldn't drive her. You know what I'm saying? Pops wrecked the damn car, whatever the case may be, out there on vacation or whatever. And my family had property out there. On my dad's side, he had property. And they were like house sitting for, you know what I'm saying, my people out there, whatever. And then my mom went into labor with me. And, Pops he didn't have time to get a car, so they had to get the ambulance, roll with the ambulance or whatever. And in between Jersey and Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, she started, going into labor with a nigga. And I don't even think we made it to the hospital. I don't know. Mom's ain't here for me to ask her, but the story was always told to me that, you know what I'm saying, I could be, is it Hackensack or, going over the Brooklyn Bridge. So, big time story behind that. That was 50 years ago. Who the hell remembers? You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, I'm here now. You know what I'm talking about? I lay claim to Los Angeles, California. I've been in Watts and the Compton areas since 1975, since I was 2 months old. You understand what I'm talking about? So I lay claim to this. Hence the reason why I don't have an accent or whatever the case may be. But when I go home and I stay home for a couple months, or when I go to hang with my sons or whatever the case may be, then I hear some of the lingo start to pick up a little bit. It's in me. When I was a kid, I talked like that because I would go back 6 months out of the year, you know what I'm saying? Or anytime I was out of school, we had tracks. So like I would go the whole summer, be out there 3 months or whatever the case may be, and then come back. So that's how that went. But I lay claim to Los Angeles, California, Watts in particular. I was raised in Watts. But a lot of people that are Giants fans are generally they're from New York or New Jersey area, or maybe even Philly or something like that. Yeah, I mean, because it's like, though, that's what Philly, New York, New Jersey, tri-state areas. That's called the tri-state area. So that's how it is. So, man, I mean, it's always good to have to run across another fan, because we're rare out here. Yeah, I mean, this town is full of Rams fans, Chargers fans, You know what I'm saying? Clipper fans, Lakers fans, Los Angeles Kings fans, you know what I'm saying? Anaheim Angels fans, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? LA, you know what I'm talking about? So that's where we at with it. He said, I started liking the Giants in 2007 after the championship. I didn't watch a ton of football. Oh, okay. So you one of those guys that kind of caught on, a little later. Okay. That's understandable because that was a great run. Eli, he did something that a lot of people didn't think he would do to a Tom Brady who was already becoming one of the best in the NFL. He had already had a couple championships under his belt, and the Patriots was the team to beat in those early 2000 series. So definitely a lot of people began to like the Giants at that point in time. But I've been a Giants fan since, like I say, I've been a Laker fan longer than I've been a fan of any other thing. But I've been a Giants fan for over 40 years. Little over 40, maybe since like 81, 82, somewhere up in there like that. I can't. I've been a fan for a long time. All right, so he said, I've been a fan ever since. Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. It's always good to meet like fans. All right, so let me go ahead and get. So that was your stats, your game stats. So let me go ahead and get into the box scores of it all. You know what I'm talking about? This is the fun part that I like to get into. So let's go ahead and start with the Chargers. You know what I'm talking about? Justin Herbert. He completed 23 passes, 41 attempts. Okay, for a percentage of just a little bit over 56%. Almost, just a little bit over 56%. He had 203 passing yards. He had 1 touchdown throw. He had 2 interceptions. His quarterback rating was 60.52. Okay, they're rushing. Hampton, he had 12 attempts, 128 yards, averaged 10 yards per carry. His longest was 54, and then he had 1 touchdown off of that 54-yard run. Okay, Justin Herbert himself, he had 1 attempt and he got 24 yards. His average was the 24 yards because that's the only time he ran it. His long was 24 yards and he yielded no touchdown off of that. Okay, for their receiving, they had Scott and Matlock. You know what I'm talking about? 1 yard receiving, average 1 yard. Long run. His longest run was 1 yard. Tyler Conklin, he received 1 yard. I mean, he had 1 reception. He had 3 yards. His average was 3 yards. His long was 3 yards. Trey Harris, no yards. Tucker Fisk, no yards. Omarion Hampton, 5 receptions, 37 yards, 7.4 yards per carry, and he went 19 long on receiving. Okay, Lad McConkey, he had 1 reception, 11 yards average. He only had those 11 yards, no touchdowns. Quentin Johnston, he gave them 8 receptions. He gave them 98 yards, 25 yards per carry, and a 36-yard long run. That hurt us. And he got 1 touchdown off of that. Keenan Allen, 5 receptions, 37 yards, 7.4 receiving yards. 10 was his longest amount of yardage, and no touchdowns. Keandre Lambert-Smith, 0 anything. Orande Gaddison, okay, he had 2 receptions. He had 2 receptions, 16 yards. He averaged 8 yards, and his longest yards was 11 yards. Okay, Caleb Murphy got 1 tackle, no sacks. Justin Eobridge had 2 tackles, 1 sack. Tarheeb Steele had 1 tackle, no sacks. Tulai Tuilopo had 6 tackles and 4 sacks, ladies and gentlemen. He was killing us. Deshaun Phillips, 0 tackles, 0 sacks. Dante Jackson, 0 tackles, 0 sacks. Derwin James, 4 tackles, 0 sacks. Cam Hart, 2 tackles, 0 sacks. Deshaun Hand, 3 tackles, 0 sacks. Tony Jefferson, 2 tackles, 0 sacks. Justin Herbert didn't have no sacks, of course. Naquan Jones didn't have no. He didn't have no sacks. He had 2 tackles. Hassan Haskins, no tackles, no sacks. Jamari Caldwell, no sacks, 1 tackle. Troy Dye had 3 tackles, no sacks. Marlo Wax, no tackles, no sacks. Elijah Molden, 1 tackle, no sacks. Daniel Henley, he was killing us too. He had 8 tackles, no sacks. Keenan Allen, 0 tackles, 0 sacks. Alohi Gilman, 2 tackles, 0 sacks. Tierre Hart, 1 tackle, no sacks. Bud Dupree, 2 tackles, no sacks. And Benjamin St. Juste, 1 tackle, no sacks. Their kicker, Cameron Dicker, had 1 kick, which was 43 yards. Okay, on their returning team, Kamani Vidal, he returned for 25 yards 1 time, on 1 attempt. Keandre Lambert-Smith, he returned for 48 yards on 2 attempts. All right, punting. Their longest punt was 60. They punted 5 times in the game. Tarheeb Steele, the punt returning, he returned 4 times for a total of 25 yards. Lad McConkey, he had no returns, no yardage. Okay, so that's the Chargers side of things. Let's go to the Giants box scores. You know what I'm talking about? My guy, your guy, the new quarterback sensation phenomenon, Jackson Dart. He gave you 13 completions, 20 attempts. For the rookie's first NFL full game, he put 65% on your head and pass in the passing. He gave you 111 yards, not nothing to sneeze at, but he's working his way up. He's a rookie. He gave you 1 touchdown. Listen to this, y'all. He had a 100 QB rating, 100.29 QB rating. Russell Wilson did come in for one attempt, 1 completion for 8 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 108 for his QB rating. Jackson Dart for rushing. He got 10 attempts on 54 yards. He averaged 5.4 yards. He ran his longest yards for 15. He got you 1 touchdown on his legs. This is what my quarterback can do. A Devin Singletary, a rushing running back. He gave you 7 attempts, 28 yards. He averaged 4 yards per carry. His longest yardage was 8 yards. Cam Scatterboo, one of my new favorites, running backs. Kind of he almost run like a Ahmad Bradshaw to me, just probably a little bit stronger than Ahmad Bradshaw. I mean, this kid is tough. He's only about 5'11", but he's like 215, 216, built like a damn tank, low to the ground. And he knows how to bury his shoulders deep. And that's why it's hard for people to That's why he bounces off of people like the way he does. You know, I'm talking about 25 attempts, 79 yards. He averaged 3.16 yards, and his longest carries was 16. You keep feeding that dude the ball. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We got our Jason McCaffrey on our team. You know what I'm talking about? Keep giving him the ball. I'm just saying that kid is going to punch it in just about every single time. You know what I'm talking about? For the receiving, we got Theo Johnson, 3 receptions for 17 yards. His longest yardage was 10. He gave us a touchdown off of that. The big guy. You know what I'm talking about? Our tight end. You understand what I'm talking about? He averaged 5.667 yards per carry. Wandale Robinson, another, probably our number 2 receiving guy. He gave you 3 receptions. He only gave you 14 yards. His longest was 8. He averaged 4.6. He averaged 4.6 yards per carry. Malik Neighbors, before he went out, ladies and gentlemen, he gave you 2 receptions for 20 yards. He averaged 10 yards per carry. Every time he got the ball, he was going to run it on you. He gave you 13 long. You know what I'm talking about? No touchdowns on his back. Darius Slayton, our veteran in-house wide receiver, he gave you 2 receptions for 44 yards, 14 yards per carry. His longest run was 18 yards. Daniel Bellinger, another tight end, 1 reception. He gave you 13 yards. He averaged 13 yards, and his longest was 13 yards. That's the only time he ran that long. Cam Scatterboo himself, receiving, doing the work again. He got 2 receptions. He gave you 11 yards, 5.5 yards per carry. His longest was 7. Okay. Paulson Adobo. I like this kid. He gave you 3 tackles, no sacks. Brian Burns, I like that kid. That's our, you know, he's a breakout kid. Brian Burns, he gave you 4 tackles, 1 sack. Cordell Flott, another guy I like. 5 tackles, no sacks. Darius Masao, he's back. Welcome back, Darius Masao. 2 tackles, no sacks. Demetrius Flanagan fouls, no tackles, no sacks. Kayvon Thibodeau, my guy. You know what I'm talking about? 2 tackles, 1 sack. Nick Jones, no tackles, no sacks. Javon Holland, 1 tackle, no sacks. Art Green, no tackles, no sacks. Bobby Okereke, my other guy, 3 tackles, no sacks. Tamon Fox, 0 tackles, 0 sacks. Dexter Lawrence, aka a sexy Dex, he got an interception. Sexy Dex got an interception, ladies and gentlemen. He gave you 1 tackle, no sack. Abdul Carter, 1 tackle, no sack. Neville Hewitt, no tackles, no sacks. Tyler Nubin, 3 tackles, no sacks. Chris Manhurst, no tackles, no sacks. Deonte Banks, another guy I like. He gave you 3 tackles, no sacks. Dane Belton, 1 tackle, no sacks. Drew Phillips, 2 tackles, no sacks. The kicking side, Jude McAdamy. That's the guy we brought in to replace Graham Gano while Graham Gano's groin heals. He kicked twice, 2 for 2 in completions. His longest was 31 yards. You know what I'm saying? He made that. The kick return, Deonte Banks gave us 54 yards on 2 attempts. 27 yards was his average. 33 was his long run. Devin Singletary, he gave us 2 yards on 2 attempts on 53 yards. 26.5 was his average. 31 was his longest. No touchdown from either guy. And Jamie Gillen, the Scottish Hammer, that's what they call him. He gave us 5 punts. Each punt averaged 48.8. His longest punt, this was a beautiful punt. He pinned him all the way back with 69-yard punt. Ladies and gentlemen, it was lovely. I almost cried. There was tears running down my eyes. And then I realized I ain't no punk. You know what I'm talking about? Gunnar Olszewski, our punt returning guy. On 2 attempts, 14 yards. His average was 7. His longest run yardage was 14. Ladies and gentlemen, and that is your box scores for my New York Giants and my wife's Los Angeles DisCHARGERS. They are like the Clippers of football here in Los Angeles, California, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we do it. There he is. Look who's in the house. A DJ, my damn little bro. Hey, look, check this out. I want y'all to go over to Lakers in 5 right now. For those of y'all that don't already know, which everybody should know at this point about Lakers in 5. The season get ready to start. I'm telling you, man, go over there and become a faithful member now. Don't just subscribe. And yeah, you can subscribe. That's cool. We accept that. But go over there and become a member now, a paying member. You know what I'm talking about? So you can get, not only are you getting a wrench, if you come over there and you comment a couple times and you show that you're consistent, follower or member, whatever the case may be. But if you become a member, you get certain perks over there. You know what I'm talking about? You got 3 memberships. You got Lakers 5, 6, or 7. See, if you're Lakers 7, Lakers in 7, that's a little cheaper. And Lakers in 6, that's a little bit more than Lakers in 7. And then Lakers in 5, that's the one where you get all the perks. I'm a part of the Lakers in 5 membership committee. I am number 3 over there in the organization, not because I say so, but because a bro said so. You understand what I'm talking about? I take my position very, very seriously. You know what I'm talking about? I've won so many perks over there, bro. I can't tell you. I got 2 houses. 2 houses and 5 cars off of being a member of Lakers in 5, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that you can go over there and win like your boy, you know what I'm saying? Because I got people in my corner like Lewis and H, a motherfucking Davis to help me get to where I got to get to. Y'all might not be so fortunate, but I'm just saying, you won't know if you don't go over there and try and apply and become a member to Lakers in 5. Hey, bars, try, apply, become a member to Lakers in 5. You know what I'm talking about? Go over there. It's like playing a lottery ticket. You want to win $5 million, right? Are you going to complain about it or are you going to go get the goddamn ticket? That's the only way you're going to know what you're going to be if you go over there to Lil Bro's channel and subscribe right now and tell him Major sent you. You know what I'm talking about? You know who I am. Shout out to a DJ for always showing up and supporting your boy, man. I know you feeling kind of under the weather, man. I hope you get better. But my boy is back. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. The season is coming up, man. Go over there right now. Chime in on some of the games with us. And then also, if you're lucky enough, fortunate enough, we got space over there, you can get onto playback and you can watch the game for free. You know what I'm talking about? All you got to do is go over there and become a member, ask for VIP, and you'll get in there. You know what I'm talking about? That's for those who can't see the game on their own. All right. So, I'm going to go off and get off into, before I go, I'm going to get off into what I observed and what I like and the things that I think that the Giants need to improve on. Okay. The play calling, our offensive calling, we need to stop doing these little quick flash run plays or whatever. I like scatterboo, whatever the case may be. But I would rather do run plays when we get closer to the red zone. You know what I mean? We need to start throwing this motherfucker downfield. We got more than enough speed out there. To chunk some shit downfield. There was a couple times I saw the Darius Slayton open. His speed may not be what it used to be, but he can create some space. I seen Malik Neighbors open. Wandale Robinson, we need to use him more. Let's utilize our tight ends a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Our tight ends in the middle field, lunch the motherfucker up the middle of the field, man, like we got some goddamn sense. You know what I'm talking about? Theo Johnson's a big motherfucker. Lunch that motherfucker up there. He could take it. And then when we have short down yardage, let Camp Scatterboo go crazy down there in the red zone action. Anything past the 20 yards on the opposing goals team, of the opposing team's goal, use Camp Scatterboo and utilize the I formation. Utilize the damn I formation. Why is that so effective? Well, ladies and gentlemen, when I played football, believe it or not, I was actually a running back. I was a big motherfucker. In high school, I was like 285, a 285-pound running back because I ran a 4.5. I had speed and power. And guess what? Every time we ran the power I, knife through butter. I was bigger and stronger, or at least on par in size with the defense. So now it just became okay. Now it just became okay. My strength versus your strength, plus my speed. Remember, you're trying to stop me. I'm running at you. Now if I'm 285 and you 285, but you're standing still and the 285 is running after you, who you think gonna win that match? Take a knife and put it over the fire and stick that motherfucker in the marshmallow. Who's gonna win, the knife or the mellow? Run the fucking If you niggas don't run a power I, if you're going to use Scatterboo, and goddamn it, for the love of Christ Jesus, use a motherfucking fullback behind that son of a bitch. He already got the power himself. Use a 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 275-pound fullback behind Scatterboo to get him those extra yards we don't get. Because if we're the third down and 9, we're trying to get a first down, and we run Scatterboo and he get 8 yards, and we're 4. Now we're down to 4-1. Hey, and we're close enough to our goal. Let's go ahead and punch that motherfucker in. Put a fullback. Use power I formation. I promise you, 75 to 80% of the time, we get that first down. Now, I know high school is a far cry away from the NFL, but every time I've seen it done in college, with my University of Michigan, by the way, by which I'm proud of, yes, I'm a Michigan fan. Every time I've seen it in high school games, you using that power I, you only got, 2-3 yards to go, short down yardage. Yo, use that power I and drill those motherfuckers in. Pause, yay. Use I formation. If you're going to run those, don't fucking be like, okay, we're 1st and 10 or 2nd and 10, unless we got some superior, we got a superior open line or whatever the case may be, and it's like a gap open and you can get through it. I mean, we ain't got no Adrian Petersons out this motherfucker. So we have to make do with what we got. And our offensive line is something that left to be desired. So pass that motherfucker. If you got 4 men wided out, You got Wandale Robinson and Malik Neighbors on this side. And then you got Darius Slayton on this side alongside of and then you got 2 tight ends out there. I seen a 5-man set out there. I seen 2 tight ends. I seen Wandale, Malik Neighbors, and Darius Slayton all out that motherfucker. Put Jalen Hyatt out there. I don't even think he played. No, he didn't play. But bro, every single fucking play until we get into their territory, until we get into striking distance, just about every single play, we should have a 4-man set out there, a wide outs. We got enough speed out there to get these big ass yardage plays. We got it. Everybody else be running circles on us. That's because they do what the fuck I'm telling them to do. I'm like, yo, they do what I'm trying to tell us to do. Hey, why the fuck do these niggas got 5 receivers out that motherfucker? And we got a corner. We put the slowest corner. We got a slow corner over here on the fastest dude on their team. Man, move the fucking safety. Man, if they run wide, you run wide. Fuck trying to blitz the court. Man, everybody should be running back. Jesse Herbert can throw that motherfucking ball. But we won. I'm not tripping on that. And because they're a 3-0 team and they were at the top of the AFC West, I can't complain too much because thank God we beat them by 3 points. We could very well lost the goddamn game. Now, if it would have been a weak ass team, you know what I'm saying, somebody at the bottom feeders like us, because we don't reflect our record. We're better than what our record says. Because it could be said we should have beat the washed up cum handlers in week 1. We should have beat a motherfucking I'm so mad. Who the fuck did we play? Oh, we should have beat the goddamn Cowgirls. We should have beat them, but all them fucking penalties kept fucking us up. And then we should have beat the Kansas Chili Cheese. Patrick Mahomes didn't do nothing special in that game. He didn't do nothing special in that game. We could have been 4-0 right now, ladies and gentlemen. Our record, that's why the Chargers were smart. You heard what Jim Harbaugh said. They came in, he said, that was like, yeah, how do you feel about playing, the Giants, 0-3 Giants or whatever the case may be. And you're playing on East Coast time, it's cold out there, whatever. He said, man, I take every team presents a different challenge per week. You cannot sleep on motherfuckers because of their records. Ladies and gentlemen, have we learned that in basketball? How many times the Lakers, we play a team, right? Team is 12-35 and we 35-12. Generally, theoretically, we should beat the crap out of that team, right? What happened, ladies and gentlemen? What happened to our Lakers? What often happens? We get our asses beat by a lowly team. This 12-35 team beat us, and we 35-12. It's in sports. I don't give a fuck about your record or numbers. Same thing. If there's a person like how everybody was scared of OKC last year in the regular season. What we do at OKC the first game we played them, we beat the fuck out of them. We didn't just win. We beat the fuck out of them, and they end up being the world champions later on. They was miles ahead of everybody in terms of wins. What does that go to tell you? Ladies and gentlemen, it's not always about who got more wins than you. That don't let the record reflect. What happened when the 9-7 Giants went up against Tom Brady's the undefeated Patriots, and we beat their ass in Foxborough? What happened? They was undefeated. And the lowly Giants who came in, who squeaked in off a wild card, beating the Green Bean Snackers, beating those motherfuckers, Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bean Snacker and the Frozen Tundra up there in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We beat them at home. Then we beat then we beat the damn Cowgirls. And all for the right to go face Scum Shady. And we beat the fuck out of Deflategate Scum Shady. You know why that happened, ladies and gentlemen? Because it's not about who got more wins. It's about who got the most heart on any given Sunday. Today, on any given Sunday, we beat a team with superior offense than ours, superior defense than ours, superior coaching up to this point than ours. We beat them. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, I don't give a fuck about numbers. I don't care if I'm getting ready to go box a motherfucker and his record is 100-0 and I'm 1-99. Guess what? All it takes is one motherfucking time. I never give up. I don't know how to say die, y'all. That's why DJ gave me the name he gave me. Do y'all understand that? He gave me the name because it was something that he heard in me during the Laker game, whatever the case may be, when everything was grim and everybody was, oh my God, where everybody was sounding like ER from Winnie the Pooh. Oh my God, oh well, what are we gonna do? And I'm like, nah, niggas, cheer up. We got this shit. And the DJ said, well, goddamn, if this nigga got this nigga, either he crazy or something, I don't know. Well, this nigga got the heart to stand. Don't he see us getting our ass whooped? But he's not moved one bit. Hey, man, from here on out, from this day forth, that nigga's gonna be known as Major, the most diehard nigga I know. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of how I got that name from DJ. You know what I'm talking about? I got the motherfucking shit up on my wall now. I went to Staples and got it printed up. The most diehard nigga I know. And then I got a set of toes, my toes, right? I took a picture of my toes and I stuck my toes in concrete. And then right at the bottom of that, in very, very tiny letters, it says 10 toes the fuck down. Right there hanging up on my wall. Right now. You know what I'm talking about? I had Lewis do the schematics. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited for my Giants. We win with a final score. New York Giants, I almost said the Los Angeles Giants. The New York Giants, 21. The Los Angeles DisCHARGERS, 18. My wife's team. Now I'm talking shit because she ain't here. If she was here, I'd be quiet as a church house mouse. I'd be like, yeah, oh, no, babe. Oh, damn. Oh, that's sad. I was really pushing for Justin Herbert and company. Yeah, but because she ain't here, I'm going to talk my shit. Don't y'all say nothing. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to this damn channel. I told y'all. Now, when we lose, I ain't coming on. I ain't doing no NFL show. What's the fucking disappointment? I'm too mad. I don't want to talk about it. But when I win, I'm going to come up on this motherfucker after each and every game we win. Oh, and don't let us win the Super Bowl. Fuck basketball. Nigga, yo, fuck the All-Star weekend, because usually around that time, the All-Star weekend is happening. That's usually when the Super Bowl is going on. The Super Bowl supersedes anything in my life. Bro. I don't give a fuck what's going on. My wife could be having a goddamn baby. Ah, the baby's coming. I'll be like, push. Wait, hold on. Who did Malik Neighbors just score another touchdown? Oh, god damn, we got an interception. Oh, fuck. You know what I'm talking about? I'll fuck around and name the baby Giants. Giants. Push them out, babe. Nothing overrides football for me. I don't give a fuck. You understand what I'm talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, Malik said, what up, DJ? Malik says, yeah, the play calling is horrendous. We got to get that up, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get that up. But I do like the fact that we had heart. I do like that. That's what I like about it. We had heart. We came out there and we wasn't afraid of these motherfuckers just because they was 3-0. Micah said we should at least be 2-2 or 3-1. At least. I'm not gonna say 4-0, but we could have easily won every single game we played thus far, up to today's point. That's all I'm saying. Mike Alexander says, hey, yo, the DisCHARGERS. Oh man, that's just diabolical. Who'd come up with a name like that? Only a sick-minded individual. Michael says, that's true. We played gritty. Yes, we did. We're getting back to that 80s Giants football. When we had a Lawrence and Taylor. You know, I'm talking about where motherfuckers were scared to play. The only team that wasn't really scared to play us was the Raiders, because they were just as stupid as we was. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud of my Giants. I couldn't ask for a better display of heart than today's game. that is the end of this show. Please, once again, hit that like button. If you're ever so inclined, hit that subscribe button and come on and chop it up with your best friend, your cousin, your big brother, your nephew, your uncle, your neighbor across the street. A big major of Major Level Entertainment, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Is other games that's on. I won't be watching them. I got to go make a couple runs and go make a little bit of money right quick. Money never sleeps. Y'all understand how things are done when it needs to be done. You know what I'm talking about? But thank y'all for spending 50 minutes with your boy today on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. On behalf of Major Level Entertainment and the Major Level Mafia over here, peace and blessings, y'all. Catch y'all on the next one.
Everything I do is major, and I'm getting major paper. Every time I whip a track, the shreds like a cheese grater. When I hit your spot, it ain't no way that no one can save ya. Like I said before, anything I do, I'ma do it major. Everything I do is major, and I'm getting major paper. Every time I whip a track, the shreds like a cheese grater. When I hit your spot, it ain't no way that no one can save ya. Like I said before, anything I do, I'ma do it major. Everything I do is major, and I'm getting major paper. Every time I rip a track, the shreds like a cheese grater. When I hit your spot, it ain't no way that no one can save ya. Like I said before, anything I do, I'ma do it major. Everything I do is major, and I'm getting major paper. Every time I rip a track, the shreds like a cheese grater. When I hit your spot, it ain't no way that no one